And welcome on in to another episode of Getting Well with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, that's Dave, and we are ready to break down some Thursday sports. We have some football action, we have some baseball action to go over today. Great start for me to the day so far. In the Tampa Bay game, I have Rasmussen over 6.5 and over 7.5 strikeouts, plus 150, plus 300. Both cashed in the fourth inning. Your Angels, Dave, they're definitely good at something, and that's striking out.
Yeah,
So
wonderful.
yeah. So, hey, it's when it comes to making money, it's I'm glad they make me money. So
Me too. I bet. I don't think I've bet on them for 3 months, 2 months since the second month of the season.
and they come to Toronto tomorrow, so I'll be excited for that. But we will start today's show with the NFL preseason. We have two games tonight. As you may know, if you watched the show previously, I'm very selective with NFL preseason. I've been on a few unders. I was on Vegas the one week. Actually, no, sorry, I was on Vegas twice, both underdog wins and cashed. And there's another underdog on my card today, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs here against the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers will not be playing in the game. It will be mostly at the Jordan Love show. I'm not very high on Jordan Love whatsoever. Mahomes, it has not been announced whether or not he will play or not. But last year in the final preseason game, he did get in some action. And it's predicted that he may get into some action here. Whether or not he plays, obviously it'd be awesome if he does play. But I just think the Chiefs at home here, plus 110, is a good price. So I'm on the Chiefs money line, full game. Didn't get to anything with San Fran and Houston in the game two, but Kansas City kind of jumped out at me here, so I'm on their full game money line. Dave, Thursday NFL preseason. Any thoughts on these two games?
Yeah, and by the way, that background was making me lag. I think so. I just changed it. Nothing in San Francisco, Houston. The Niners are my team. Houston's won 2 games in the preseason, and actually the Niners have 2. And I don't really know. Houston's kind of a strange situation. They're still trying to figure out what they're going to do for the year. And I think San Francisco, although they're going to play, Trey Lance and all that, I worry about teams that have an established thought process for the season, and then teams are really trying things out, because usually those teams that are like Houston in their situation are playing their starters longer. So it's hard to gauge. I'm almost on the Chiefs. I'm watching the line go back and forth. I know I heard Rodgers isn't playing at all. That was the word. And then Mahomes is supposed to see some playing time. I'm basing a bet on this on the line movement, because again, you just don't know how long players are going to play, and that's one of the, if not the biggest part of NFL capping, is knowing who's going to be in. How can you bet the game? But anyway, if this line moves towards the Packers being more of a favorite, I might take it. But for right now, at 2.5 or 2, wherever it's at, I don't like it so much.
All right, nothing wrong with being selective. It's NFL preseason. A lot of people don't bet it at all. But I've been very selective this year.
I bet 3 games. I'm 2-1, and something's got to catch my eye, and nothing really caught my eye today except for the line movement.
All right, moving on along today's CFL game, we have the Stampeders and the Blue Bombers. You can find Calgary plus 170 to plus 180. Winnipeg minus 200 to minus 225. 4.5s and 5s available here. And this one, 48.5s and 49s also available. Calgary will be going to their backup quarterback in this one for this matchup. Haven't been getting good performances out of their starter. Winnipeg coming off a bye, and their first loss of the season. I'll take it. I said that I didn't think Winnipeg was going to lose a game all year, and they did, to Montreal, of all teams. Now, They're back home, off a bye, rested. I think they come out here and beat up this Calgary team. I have not bet it yet. I see lots of 4.5s now and 5s. I've been kind of watching this game, watching the movement, waiting to see if it perhaps goes to -4 for Winnipeg, because money has been coming on Calgary. I'll be backing Winnipeg in some form, either money line in a parlay or the -4.5. But I think Winnipeg comes out here refreshed and ready to go and takes it to the Stampeders tonight. Dave, no CFL action for you, right?
No. Is that what is that? Russian ping pong?
No. Canadian football.
Okay.
Yes, but we will go on here. I picked a few games for today's baseball slate. We don't really have the best slate. I'll be honest on that, in my opinion, at least, on today's games. But we will definitely start with this one here. Cleveland Guardians and the Seattle Mariners. So I'll take a look at the comments here. Orange Juice says Bombers won by 7. So I like that. Mad about their first loss. Yes, definitely. And they've already beat Calgary by 7 in both meetings this year as well. So I'll definitely be on the Winnipeg in some form. To this game here, Cleveland-Seattle. Cleveland is -112, -118. Seattle -105 to +100. 8s, 107.5 available in this game here. I haven't got to anything officially in this game. It's more of a lean. But if I had to get to anything, Cleveland versus lefties, I don't like taking them against a lefty. Gonzalez is very hot and cold. I could see him coming out and having a good performance here. But I could also see him coming out here and having a really bad performance. Tristan McKenzie, a pitcher that I struggle with. He can be very, very good at times. But then sometimes he just doesn't get run support. And this is kind of a pass for me. But Dave, I know you like something in this game, so I picked this game for us to talk about. What do you think here, Guardians and Mariners?
Yeah, I don't think I posted it on Twitter. I didn't, because I only post the other game. But I took it this morning. I think it's really good odds on a second half team. I've said it for years. Cleveland and St. Louis are 2 second half teams that make pushes. They're doing that. I like how they played against the Padres, only give them 1 run in 2 games. Granted, it is a struggling Padres, but that lineup is still pretty damn good. And Cleveland's bullpen has been immaculate. Best bullpen during the month of August. Great all season, but especially in August. And I like Tristan McKenzie. I really do. As far as Cleveland's bats versus left-handed pitching, in the month of August, there's not a huge sample size away. There are a few games, but they're actually hitting pretty well. 308 average, 811 OPS, 129 WRC plus. That's actually really great. They're striking out a little bit below average, but they're not walking, which means those are pretty meaningful bats. They're getting the bat on the ball. So I like the price. I like how the Guardians are playing, and I'm taking the Guardians full game money line.
All right, sounds good. Moving on along, BetStamp. Use code WILD when signing up. Follow me there at Let's Go Wild Picks. Make sure to do your line shopping. Find the best lines for whatever you are looking for. And easy to find different props and stuff as well, and the different prices all across different books. So make sure to use code WILD when signing up. Also, follow Nick and Tim, ESB. Follow Dave, Picks from Dave. Links to their YouTubes are in the description below. So make sure to give them a follow, a subscribe. Moving on along, this game here. Yes, I chose this game mostly for Dave because he does have a pick he does like in this game. So I'll give up the odds here. We have Colorado at plus 325 to plus 350. The New York Mets minus 410 to minus 460. Sevens, a couple 7.5s. If you're looking for the Mets minus 1.5, you're looking at minus 175 to minus 190 on the run line. Minus 2.5, minus 105. So you don't even get plus money with the minus 2.5. Obviously, it's because of the pitching matchup that we have here. I have no bets in this game, my rule for the rest of the year. But Dave, you have a pick in this game at least, right?
Yes, I do. I have two, actually. So it's almost impossible to bet this game unless you look for alternative bets because the odds are just it's so pricey. But I have two bets. One is I want to get behind DeGrom. When you have DeGrom, who is the best pitcher in baseball, in my opinion, when he's healthy, supposedly he's healthy, and you have the worst team against right-handed pitching on the road the past 3 weeks, which has been Colorado, how do you not get behind him? And this shows you what I mean. Is I looked for a first 5 team total for the Rockies under. It was set at half a run. Basically, they're saying, they're either going to, score 1 run or get shut out. That's where the mean is. And I got it at plus money. I think first 5 innings, the Rockies don't score if DeGrom's on his shit. And then the second bet is I took the Mets team total 4.5, and now it's at 5. So I guess, that was a good number. And the books are kind of thinking the same way I am. I think the Mets are going to hit. They struggled versus the Yankees on the road, but before they went on the road, the first 2 weeks actually was August 4th to August 14th. That was their last homestand. They were hitting really well at home, and I think they jumped back on it. I know people say DeGrom doesn't get run support, but I think this is time to light Feltner up for the Rockies, who, besides his last game, has been dog crap, and he's a rookie too. So I think the Mets get back to it. I think they score runs. I think DeGrom pitches well. And those are my 2 bets for the Voldemort game.
Hey, this is definitely a game that the Mets should win pretty handily. So we'll definitely see what happens. Moving on along, we do have the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. The Jays looking for the sweep in this 3-game series. You can find Toronto at minus 175 to minus 187. Boston plus 145 to plus 160. Nines 1.8.5 available in this one here. Basically, what I did is I looked at Gausman's record against Boston this year. He has faced them 4 times. The first 2 games, he did not allow an earned run. The third game, 1 earned run. And then in the final, most recent meeting in Boston, he allowed 3 earned runs, and that was the game that Toronto won 28-3. So he has absolutely dominated this Red Sox team. Another thing is he is striking them out. 8 strikeouts, 9 strikeouts, and 10 strikeouts twice against this Boston team. You can find a strikeout prop at 6.5. So I haven't officially pulled the trigger because I kind of just thought of it last minute, looking into things before the show. But I will be on over 6.5 and over 7.5 strikeouts for Gausman. Waiting to find out the lineups to make sure that Springer is in. And once he is announced, I'm just checking here, not confirmed yet. Springer is 15 for 25 since returning from injury. And he did have a few days off for a new injury, obviously, but in between there, 15 for 25. He's absolutely smashing the ball. So I'll be looking at his over 1.5 bases once he's confirmed. And then I also have 1.5 units on Toronto minus 1.5. I think they get the job done here today and sweep the Boston Red Sox. Dave, Blue Jays, Red Sox, what do you think of this one?
Yep, I didn't take a bet. I do like that strikeout prop there. We talked about it backstage before the show. I need to look at a couple more things. Boston was striking out at a pretty decent clip early in August and then kind of trailed or, brought it back in. I like Gausman. I tried to find a way to bet this really badly, and this is kind of a case of having some sort of discipline in your sports betting. I looked at it first 5. Gausman, by the way, is great in the road. I'm not sure if Terry said that. But it not only has been good versus the Red Sox, but on the road as well. But the first 5 inning run line, minus half a run, was at minus 130. And that's really my ceiling for first 5 bets. I've been trying to get it. I've been waiting to see if it dips down. I think that's the best I could get it. It might even be going up, and that's because Gausman's been so good against the Red Sox. So I decided to stay off. I was really close to pulling the trigger. I want some action in this game, so I'm probably going with that K prop. And if the line magically moves down under 130, I might take it. But I like the Blue Jays in this spot. I like Gossman to shove, but I'm not on a bet yet.
All right. Yes. Gosman's numbers on the road, 6-3 in 11 games with a 1.65 ERA, 81 strikeouts in 71 innings.
I remember seeing his ERA was under 2. Yeah, on the road.
Yeah. So for some reason, he's just really, really good on the road. So look for him to continue that and the Jays to get the sweep here in this one.
Some people, I used to date a girl that said she slept better in hotel rooms than at home. Maybe that's the case. Maybe he needs a new bed or something at home.
Hey, I'm sure Blue Jay fans would chip in for a new bed.
Yeah,
to get that success in Toronto as well. But going on to last pitch, yesterday a big slate for me. Today, not so big. I've gone over everything that I'm on so far. I've just selected these couple games, smaller slate. I am also on Toronto money line parlayed with Houston Astros money line for plus 150. I forgot that as well. The Twins are in big trouble. They are reeling here. Houston 5-0 against Minnesota so far. I look for them to keep that going here. I would also lean towards the over. The issue with that, the Twins haven't really been scoring a whole lot as of late. So Houston's games haven't really been soaring over either. So it's a lean to the over, but I'm just going to back Toronto and Houston on the money line parlay together for plus 150. And other than that, nothing else from me on this slate. Dave, what do you think last pitch?
I don't have anything else. Everything today was priced, like I've been saying, priced perfectly, which means high, where people can't bet it unless they're sticking their neck out with me paying the juice. So I'm going to watch the games and get prepared for a week 0 of college football. I know Terry's not a big college football guy, but we've got games. So football season starting, thank God. And I'm going to be busy capping that for the next day and a half or continuing.
All right. Well, the great thing about the show is people can put in best bets for college football. So I'm definitely expecting to get some college football bets in the best bets section. But we will go to the best bet section for today. And we'll start with over or under. Got my first 5 under 3.5 yesterday with the Royals and the Diamondbacks. But I am not on any totals today. So I am not putting anything in. Tim is going with Baltimore and the White Sox over 8. And Ryan is going to the NFL and taking San Francisco and Houston over 40. Richie is also excited for NCAF. So that's awesome. Dave,
yeah.
Any totals that you like today?
Both of my best bets are totals. And since I've been doing equally shitty across the board the past couple weeks, I'm just going to say let's do Met. Well, actually, it can only be at 5, right? I don't give it. Yeah, Mets team total over 5. I took it at 4.5. I'll take it at 5.
All right. Mets team total over 5. And then we will go on to dog of the day. And for me, it's the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL. Tim is going with the Oakland Athletics. Dave, is there a dog that you like today?
No, I don't like that one, but that's each their own.
Yeah, there we go. Well, as a Blue Jays fan, I'd like to see Oakland win, but
I know Oakland at home is scary. I mean, talking about people that play better on the road because of hotel rooms, the whole freaking team doesn't want to be playing in that shitty stadium. Cole Irvin's the only player on the team that does well there. Anyway, good luck to Tim. I want him to win, but
yeah. For me, parlay piece, Houston Astros money line, Tim, Toronto money line, and Ryan, Mets minus 1.5. Dave, what do you think? Parlay piece, anything?
Let's throw that Blue Jays first 5 run line in at -1. That's as everyone I've said on the show. I really don't put bets in here that aren't far from bets that I'm taking, and this is borderline. So,
all right. An announcement, I guess, too. When the football season starts, we'll be starting fresh with the standings, and I'll be removing best parlay piece from the records, but we'll be adding the units for dog of the day and probably over under as well, so we can really track those. But we'll be getting rid of parlay pieces. But we'll still be giving.
I have a question about dog of the day. Can you take because obviously spread betting, baseball's spreads are set at 1.5 or 2.5 or whatever. Can you take let's say a plus 9-point favorite at minus 110? Is that still or does it have to be a plus money line?
The rules previously were it had to be a full game money line, but I'm gonna take a look at it before football season starts and kind of figure out what we think. I was thinking first half and full game on the money line, but yeah, I think it's better, at least as long as it's a plus money play on the dog. I might stick with that. I might go with that.
Yeah, no, it won't be. So basically they set, the spreads are set to equalize the two sides. Yeah. So it's usually minus 105 to minus 120, 125, something like that.
So no, that wouldn't be.
Just wondering.
Yeah, no worries. For me today, best bet, Blue Jays minus 1.5. The best odds for that currently, I will find that out right now, is minus 109. Tim is going 2-team parlay here. He did put in a comment. Let's see that. For the record, I put the Mets in my best bet to turn Cleveland money line for minus 108 to plus 140. Okay. So he's basically putting the Mets in there to boost his Cleveland money line bet. So Cleveland money line, Mets money line plus 140. And Ryan also likes Cleveland on the money line as his best bet. Dave, what do you think? Best bet?
Best bet is Rockies first 5 team total under half a run. And I'm getting the new odds. Still plus 115 where I took it. Seems risky, but I mean, we said it. If DeGrom can't shove against the worst team on the road against right-handed pitching, then we need to start questioning some things about the Mets.
Sounds fair to me. But that's today's show. A little bit of a shorter show on this slate, but we will be back tomorrow to go over tomorrow's slate, 4 p.m. Eastern. 3 p.m. Eastern. Watch 4 p.m. Eastern today for the San Jose Sharks NHL preview show. I'll be trying to find something good to say about the Sharks. It's going to be pretty difficult, but I'm sure I'll be able to say something positive. They have William Eklund, so that's positive. But other than that, nothing really positive to say. But definitely tune in for a very interesting show tomorrow. Obviously, another Getting Wild show. We'll go over the picks. And the 3 sports, and then tomorrow will be the Vegas Golden Knights. So tune into that as well. Best of luck on everyone's bets tonight. Smash the like button if you like the content. Smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And we'll see you again tomorrow and later today for other episodes of Getting Well with Terry and Friends. Have a good one, guys.